All right, so we're going to do a brief, just kind of tutorial real quick about how to create a new project in LabVIEW. So you can see here I've already got LabVIEW open, and I'm just going to click Create Project. And that's going to bring up a dialog, opened in the wrong window, sorry. That gives me a bunch of options, and this might be kind of overwhelming at first because if you scroll through here, depending on what packages and what add-ons you have, there could be a ton of stuff in here. And if you ever want to take some time to look through this, this could be really helpful. A lot of these things will get you set up to, or rather like have the structure for very specific applications already built. For example, if you have a CRIO or a compact RIO and you want to start a FPGA project and get some programming on an FPGA, then this is a great way to kind of start that and learn the framework. But for right now, so you can look through here, there's all kinds of different things that NI has provided that are kind of starting points for different kinds of projects and different kind of applications that you're going to want to build. But just to start off real quick and kind of get the basics, we're just going to create a blank project. So I'm going to highlight this blank project and click Finish, and it's going to open this. This window will close here, and it's going to open this Project Explorer. So the first thing I want to do is I want to save this. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then in my, I've already selected this folder that I want to save it in. I'm just going to call this Project Tutorials. Okay, so we can think about this project as sort of like our base camp, our starting area. This is where all of our sub-VIs and all of our smaller programs will be, and our main programs and all the components that are going to go into our VIs in the future are going to be made and put into this project. Now, especially if you're new to programming, things like this can be a little intimidating. It's a lot easier to understand, some lines of code or a simple block diagram, and then it can be kind of intimidating to look at this project and be like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. What is a build specification, and like, what does all this stuff mean? But don't be intimidated by it. The Project Explorer is going to end up being a great asset, and it's a really great way to organize all your files, and frankly it's required and necessary to have for a lot of more complicated projects. So the first thing we're going to do is I'll explain sort of what this is. This is kind of the header, and it shows the project name, and then underneath you see there's only one tray in here right now. As we go through these tutorials, we'll add more things and we'll see what kind of can be in here, but the one component, or the one part of our project that we're able to actually write and execute code on, is the computer. And so this would be called a target. We would refer to our computer, as a target, or a place where we can send and execute code. So if I want to just create a new VI here real quick, I'm going to go to New, and then VI, and it's going to open up, in another window. Let me drag it over here. It's going to go open up two windows. There's going to be the block diagram, which is where our code is actually going to reside. Here's where we can put our, pieces of our code and whatever. And if I'm going really fast right in here, don't worry about it. We'll go over how this works. But this is where the code will go. And then the front panel is the interface, what the user of the software actually see up front. They won't see anything back here in the block diagram. They'll only see what's up here. So to create a new VI, all we had to do is just right-click, New VI. And then it just popped up these two windows, and I can, be off programming. Some other things that we can do is we can export hardware configurations. We can import hardware configurations. We can set up all these more complicated utilities and frameworks. There are a whole bunch of, more advanced things that we can do here, and we'll get into all this on future tutorials. But for at the moment, this is not super necessary. So for the project, let's look up here actually. Some other things that we can do, typical file methods or typical file operations that we can do, saving, copying, opening new things. Because we don't have a lot in here right now, a lot of this stuff isn't showing up. So actually, now that I'm looking at this, I think this is probably better to go on to go on another video tutorial. It's getting into a lot of other things that we haven't explained yet. So right now we've got a new VI that we, again, created just by going New VI. And this VI, you can see our project is saved. And this little star up here indicates that this has not been saved, meaning since the last time it was saved, something has changed. So what we're going to do is we're going to file and save as, and we're going to give this file a name. And I'm just going to call it demo VI. And you can see now, as soon as I save this, and I'm saving it in the same, if we look at all of what's in here, I'm saving it in the same folder as my LabVIEW project. So I'm going to click OK. And we're going to see as soon as we save this, that little asterisk is going to go away. Now, it's important to note that although we've saved this VI, the project has not been saved. You can see here, this is still showing this little asterisk here. So what this would mean is if we were to close this project right now, like I'll show you here. So if we were to close this project and click Don't Save, this VI has been saved, but the project hasn't. So this VI would still be in there. We would be able to open up that folder that we looked at, and it would still be there, but the project would not show demo VI in its tree because we didn't save the project. You know, you got to think of these as two separate files that you have to manage and negotiate through separately. So always remember, if it's something that you want to keep, if you've added new VIs or changed new things, to save all. And I just did that kind of while I was talking, but if you go to File, Save All, that will ensure that everything in this project has been saved as changed, no matter what target it's on, what kind of file it is. It will save everything that's in here. So let's just look real quick at the actual files that this created. So I'm going to navigate here real quick to where I put this. Education, tutorials, LabVIEW files, and this is what was created. So you can see this is basically a copy file for file of what is in the project folder, the project explorer. So you can see here we have the main project, and that's a LabVIEW project file, and we can see, whoops, where's that folder? There we go. We can see that folder or that file there, tutorials.LabVIEW project, tutorials.LabVIEW project. We have the demo VI, and then these other two files are part of the LabVIEW data structure things. You know, I don't honestly know exactly what they do or what the difference is between them. I've never tried to open them in anything. I suppose if we opened them in a text editor or something, we'd be able to find something out about them. But these two files I've never interacted with, and I don't think for any user that's trying to do anything normal and not, you know, super advanced would ever really need to do that. So this is a real basic tutorial. Look forward to you guys stick around and learn a little more.